Hey guys, it's me, Heather. Give me a second. I wasn't gonna make this video, but a lot of you, holy shit, my heart's racing. A lot of you know me, and you know all I do is want to do patient advocacy and help people. So a year ago, I was struggling with high inflammation in my body, horrible pain. I broke my cuboid bone. When I would step down, my foot would inflame dramatically. If you guys hear a fan right now, it's my air conditioner. I get really hot easily, so I need to stay cold. Because I gained weight for the first time, all my doctors saw was somebody who gained weight and just ignored my symptoms, ignored the swelling in my legs, ignored the swelling in my feet. I couldn't even walk. I would push myself so hard, and I wouldn't accept defeat. I never do. If you feel something is wrong, fight your ass off to be heard. I knew my primary for 9 years, and what bothered me is that she said, I had an inkling this was wrong with you, so why the fuck didn't you do anything? The day before my son's birthday, I almost died. That's traumatizing for him. All I do is fight and struggle. I fight my ass off to help people and to survive. And these autoimmune diseases are killing me. I am 36. I was an athlete my whole life. This is the 1 year I couldn't be active. I tried so hard. People who were a long time watching me knew my struggle. I would talk about it briefly, but move on. I could barely walk. I could barely move. My anxiety got worse. And it wasn't my choice, like, it just happened. And doing research on pulmonary embolism, which causes PTSD, like, I don't have enough of that shit. Anxiety, stress, hypervigilance. It causes everything. Problem is now is every time I try to do something, I can't breathe. I don't understand. I don't understand how my doctor could be so nonchalant, like it's not a big deal. People don't just apologize and own their shit. They don't. And you know, doctors, if you ever come across this, grow the fuck up and help your patients. We trust the shit out of you guys to keep us alive and keep us safe. You did the degree. You're the one that did 10 years of school. You did all of this. So explain to me how somebody can miss the obvious. But all you people saw was that I gained weight. Did you ever think to yourself, Heather's normally super small and skinny. My videos back up it proof. I am small. What could have caused that? Why is she struggling so hard? Why can't she walk up a freaking hill? Why can't... Every time she walks, her feet just swell dramatically. Stop blaming my autoimmune. The one thing my autoimmune doctor tells me all the time is when people see you have an autoimmune, they won't look any further for anything else. He's like, it sucks, because a lot of doctors will be like, oh, it's your autoimmune. He goes, 50% of the time it's not. It's always another diagnosis. So he was pretty pissed that I had this, because my primary sees me 3-4 times a month. She saw my blood pressure was through the roof, and I normally have stupid low blood pressure, guys. For a year, it's been through the roof. Just ignored it. It's crazy, because when I was sick in October, it really was blood clots. Going through something like this is traumatizing. And it's not that I have one clot in my lungs, guys. Both my lungs, I have so many little blood clots everywhere. And the kicker is, them knowing I had lupus and a bunch of autoimmune, especially rare diseases, They should have paid attention because my INR has been shitty since 2017. I looked up all my test results. I saw them all. And now I have lupus anticoagulant disorder. It's a blood disorder. It thickens your blood. So with me being so active, I was treating it. But for the 1 year I couldn't because of my broken foot. Because of, like, it was everything. My SED rate was 70, which can cause blood clots. And women, if you're on birth control, get the fuck off of it. I'm on the depot shot. It has no estrogen, so it's rare to get blood clots. It was so much against me. I don't know how I'm still here. But I don't want anybody else to suffer the way I do. I really didn't want to make this video. But I've always been about transparency. And to help people, not just with dentures. Share this shit out of this video and help anybody. Because I was an athlete. It can happen to anybody. But to see the fear in my kids' faces. Like, they have to keep watching me die all the time. And my doctors are so freaking ignorant. Doctors, stop thinking because somebody's young, bad shit can't happen. My gallbladder exploded from negligence. I have tons of clots in my lungs because of negligence. And I had all the signs. My right arch would swell the second I step on it. That's a huge indication. My veins would hurt inside my inner legs. I tell them all of this all the time. I just get ignored. It's all because I gained weight. No, I gained weight because I couldn't do shit. Epiploic appendicitis I was diagnosed with, you guys know, like 3 months ago or so, can be caused by DVT clots. It's just I trust my doctors to help me. This is just really hard to wrap my head around it. Because the 1 year I couldn't do a whole lot because of everything. All they see is somebody who gained weight. They didn't see, alright, she doesn't gain weight like that. Let's see what's wrong with her. Nothing. And I'm like, you guys gonna blame my smoking? You fucking can't. You can't. First of all, I don't smoke like that. I don't smoke freaking a pack to 2 packs a day. I wouldn't do that. I've never done that my whole life. But I literally have a blood disorder that they could have found. But all they saw was that I gained weight. When you have an autoimmune disease, doctors only see autoimmune diseases. They don't see somebody can have something else. I mean, they should have had the common sense with SED rate being so high. That means massive inflammation in my body. That necessarily wouldn't do DVT, be the cause from DVT, but it can cause DVTs. Pulmonary embolisms is DVT clots. And the way it works is, like, say your heart is here, you have a lung over here and a lung over here. Your blood always goes through your heart, so you have sinus tachycardia. I get winded just getting up and going to the bathroom. And I worry because I know my youngest son needs me. I just feel like there's so many people don't understand how common this is. And scary. You know, when people die suddenly, yeah, this can happen. I've had many strokes. I even told my doctor with my son next to me, I brought him with me for proof. I can't make full words sometimes when I talk. I know the word, but I just can't say it. That is another indication, guys. Get the help. Force it. Go to the emergency room. Explain to them what you're going through. Do a DVT sonogram. You could do a cardio, it's an angiogram, CT scan that goes through from like year to year to check your lungs and check everything. I just want people to know what the signs are. It's like we trust the doctors. I told them all my symptoms all the time. I just kept telling them. And they're like, oh, maybe you should lose weight. That wasn't my problem. I gained weight because of this. Because every time I tried to be active, I felt like I was bashing against a concrete wall. For a year. It's a year. A fucking year. It wasn't a couple months. It wasn't a month. It was a year I suffered. Please, guys. If you know something is wrong, get another opinion. Get another opinion. Go to the damn hospital and tell them what's going on, and they will scan you. It's sad that all my high-priced doctors, a nurse practitioner at an emergency room, found my problem immediately. She knew what it was. She didn't tell me at first because she didn't want to scare me, but I saw my doctor's community, like the hospital, doctor's office, blah, blah, blah. We automatically get the blood test the same time the doctors do. Do I think that should always be that way in case of emergencies? So doctors can break the news to patients first? Yeah. I definitely think, as soon as when I saw my D-dimer test, and the high normal is 50, and I was at 1,300, I just burst out in tears. Because I'm like trying to make my son's birthday happen. I'm trying to do all this. And now I'm literally taking blood thinners for the rest of my life. Shots. In each hip. Every day. And it's fucking painful. But guys, recovering from this is so... It's fucking painful, bro. My chest hurts. My back hurts. My veins hurt. And I probably have more clots. I don't know. I tried to get up and be active, and I know it's going to take time. It could take months to a year or so to heal from this. But it's so scary how you can just be gone in an instant. All because you trusted doctors and all they saw was that you gained weight. That's so freaking messed up that society's like that. Because somebody just gained weight, you're going to blame that on that. Anything I went through, oh, maybe you should lose weight, Heather. Yeah, great, but I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall every time I try to exercise. And I was always an exercise junkie. Exercised all the time. Always active. My kids told me to constantly sit down or freaking, like, I was always on the go. So if you think my life has completely changed to a 180, you should have had the common sense to freaking find out. A simple blood test, nothing. I know a lot of you might be watching this go through pulmonary embolism, so the anxiety and depression part. And it's overwhelming. I've never been so anxious in my life, and I have an anxiety disorder. And it's not like I'm overthinking it. Like, I could just try to get up and, like, say clean the table before I feel like I'm going to pass out. And all of a sudden, I'll just burst out in freaking tears. It's hard for me to trust doctors now. I see my new hematologist because my old one left me. He went to, I think, Stony Brook or Florida or somewhere far away. And now I see a new one, and I don't know how good he is, so I, like, fear that doctors are going to kill me now. I fear it. I don't trust them. And I know people that get diagnosed with pulmonary embolisms can still die. The first year especially. It's incredibly scary to live your life like that. I thought having rare autoimmune diseases was scary enough. But guys, if you ever feel something weird, go to the damn hospital. Because they say, oh, if your leg is swelling and, well, I gained weight, you couldn't have told. Except my arch was massively swollen. I got my feet back though. But they're like, oh, it's because you gained weight. It's because you gained weight. Lose weight. Lose weight. Blah, blah, blah. So I ever heard was lose the weight. They'll put me, my primary literally put me on diet pills, which would only make it worse. I'm going to see what happens because I know many people tell me to do malpractice suit. I just want them to learn their lessons. You know, you're playing with someone's life and my kids' life and just nonchalant about it. But guys, fight for you to be heard. If your lifestyle changed completely, drastically changed, if you're getting things that you can't explain, and for my autoimmune people out there, anybody with chronic pain, don't always think it's chronic pain or autoimmune. I mean, my autoimmune doctor says that all the time. He's like, I'm so tired of doctors only seeing autoimmune disease. They don't actually see the bigger picture. And he's right. I don't know. I hope things get better. I hope I'm still able to be around for my kids and my family. And my husband just lost his mom. I can't even imagine what it would be like on him to lose his wife all at the same time. I'm always thinking about everybody else because I can only imagine being in their shoes. But it's scary as shit being that person that you never know. I don't know anymore. But guys, if you feel in your gut something's wrong, do something. Do something. If you don't do something, you're going to regret it. And it makes me upset because I trusted my doctors. You know, be one thing I've had like one or two small ones. No, I have a lot. In both lungs, in arteries in my lungs. Like, it's just a shit show. I do have to say, I'm a huge singer. I'm like a powerhouse when I sing. I wasn't able to do that for the last year. It was hard for me to get that air in, and I'm sure singers out there understand what I mean. It felt like I was singing from the mid chest and up. I couldn't get to the bottom. I didn't know my lower lobe collapsed. If you guys ever need me, I'm here. Email me. Just email me because I don't even go on my Facebook right now until I heal. It's just too many. It's hard for me to focus when you had less oxygen go to your brain and like mini strokes. And for people I know, there's a lot of people out there that have gone through, you know what I mean. I feel fuzzy. So email me, please. Don't comment in here. I can answer that. But switching messengers and my eyes have problems focusing. I already have an eye disease, so it's like really fucked up. I read that it is completely normal when you go through pulmonary embolisms and DVTs that you get super anxious and super depressed, and it can happen. It's a huge. It's like almost having a massive heart attack. You know, pulmonary embolisms are no joke. It just really pissed me off that I constantly kept telling my doctors. I always tell people, tell the truth to your doctors no matter how bad it is. Keep it real. Be honest. Tell them exactly what you're going through. Give them details. I did all that, and they just ignored me. And it's like, well, they sees my weight, and they constantly bring up my weight, but what about the rest? What caused that? Like, come on, man. I gained a lot of weight really quick. Did you ever think what could have caused that? Oh my God, it's so frustrating. You know, I talk to people all the time and I hear their stories about all their life stuff. And doctors literally have a license to play God. And it's like they don't care who they hurt. I didn't get one apology from my primary. Not one. And you think she would have been like, sorry, I was harping on your weight. I should have been a little bit more wide perspective. A lot of my swelling, though, went down. I can fit a lot more clothes now. A lot. You guys don't understand. Just please, if you need help, reach out to me. If you want to know what blood test to do, I will let you know. If you ever want to know anything, push for help. But if you feel like you have a DVT clot, it's not always going to be hot on your leg. Mine wasn't. It wasn't at all. My arch, like when I would walk, my arch would immediately just about fluff up within like 3 minutes. And it felt like I was just like on like some seesaw walking kind of situation. And I had to walk on my metatarsal outside bones because I couldn't walk on the inside. And I was like, hey, maybe it's my autoimmune, maybe it's this, maybe it, whatever. You can't think what if anymore because it's past. But I do have control of what's going to happen now. And I'm just really upset when you trust a doctor for 9 years. Yet again, here it goes again. Like when they thought, oh, your gallbladder statistically was not going to go bad. It blew the fuck up. Then that was quite a few years ago. Now with this, because I gained weight, I possibly couldn't have anything wrong with me. If I'm normally a small person, did you ever think there could have been something? I told her everything. And she still just blew it off. So now I gotta take shots for the rest of my life. Always ask to see your blood test. Always fight to get help. Always redo blood tests every couple of months if something's a little wrong with it, like a little above average. Always speak the frick up, guys, because this can happen to anybody. But unfortunately, I have a blood disorder. Plus the depot shot. Plus the high sed rate. I had no fucking chance. I don't know how I'm still alive, and I just pray to God I stay alive. Pray to God I stay alive. Because Thomas needs me more than anything. Stevie's 17. He's about to be 18. He's a strong kid. He takes after me. And I know he'll be okay. Thomas. Me and him are the only, like, I'm the only one that bonds with him. The only one that spends time with him. The only one that makes him feel loved and cared about. And I know if I died, that kid would be utterly devastated. I'm more worried about my family than me. I'm always there to help people. That's just the type of person I am. But I can't picture a world without my kids. I've been a mom since I was 19. And to go through something like this puts everything in perspective. Life is too short. Life is too short. Fight to be heard, no matter what. Because I'm tired of doctors saying, oh, you're young, you're fine. Or if somebody's old, they're like, oh, you're old, that's normal. You know how many people die because of negligence of a doctor? If you look it up right now from Google, how many deaths are related to doctors' negligence in the USA, you will be floored. And then it gets covered up too. So guys, be your best own advocate. Fight like hell. If you feel something's wrong with you, fight for it. Fight to get answers. It's better to be tested for a whole bunch of stuff so then you can wean out what's not wrong. Even my fractured cuboid bone could have caused this. Like anything could have caused this. And it was just so many bad on top of one person, and it sucked. But stay safe, guys, please. And just know that I will always be here to help you guys. I might, at the moment, not be able to answer so rapidly because of the freaking pain I'm in. It's really hard to focus sometimes. But I love you guys. I've been on here on YouTube for 3 years. And I will always be there to help anybody. I feel like when you go through the most shit and you can understand more stuff. I always say you don't know what somebody goes through unless you go through it yourself. It's insanely true. But I'm tired of fighting to survive. I'm tired of struggling every day for years, decade, for my health. Well over a decade. It's been like literally 15 years. I'm tired. Like, I'm only 36. I want to live my life. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me.